Sir. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back in to the You're Still Out podcast. We are your hosts. I am Mish.
And I am Mash.
And we are coming to you live from the Cong studios. Going to do a little Cong preview show here. Everybody going to be driving up to Gothenburg over the next 24 hours. Going to try to get this out into the world before that happens. Greetings to you, Mash. Good to see you again here on the podcast. Going to do things a little bit differently today, but how was wakeboarding camp this morning?
It was great, and I was able to actually get around the entire lake this time without falling, so that was pretty cool.
Very nice, very nice. It's difficult to do for sure. Got out there myself for a run, made it happen. So feeling good about that. Okay, run of show for today. Going to use our famous wheel of names, the random wheel generator, the wheel o fun, to set our first round matchups for the Cong. Going to get into a little bit of Cong history. Going to get into some Wild Horse, our host venue, and maybe wrap it up with some cameos from folks from around the country. So, how's that sound, Coop?
Sounds great.
All right. Well, let's start with the always popular Wheel O Fun. Do a little bit of sharing screen for those of you who are watching on the podcast feed. We believe we have our sound issues taken care of that you didn't get to experience. But let's go ahead and figure out who is going to be teeing off together. Sorry, a little bit of technical difficulty there. First round matchups. Cooper, we have 54 holes of match play. We got 6 9-hole matches that everybody plays. The first of those matches will tee off at 2 p.m. on Friday after we have wrapped up the 2x2 two-man scramble from the morning. So what we're going to be doing here is first name plays second name, third name plays fourth name, so on and so forth. And then we'll do a little bit of matching up offline so folks know who they're playing for the rest of the weekend. Without further ado, I say we spin the wheel and see who's going to be playing first. All right, we have the pilot, Mr. Tim Thaler, first name out of the hat. Let's see who he will be matching up against in his first round matchup. Newcomer, Aaron Dixon, brother of Brett Dixon. Learned a little bit about them on our 2x2 selection show. So we have Tim matching up against Aaron. I believe similar handicaps. Don't have that in front of me, but I'm sure my producer here can effort that while we are going down the leaderboard. Excuse me, not the leaderboard, the pairings board, as it were. And we'll try to give some folks a little bit of context around everybody that is playing. Coop, why don't you go ahead and spin the wheel for us this time? Detroit Tigers brethren, John Moore. Coop, hate to break this news to you, but unless they've made a massive comeback, Tigers have lost 9 of 10. I mean, this is a bad slump. No offense. I mean, any thoughts on how we can get the Tigers turned back around to their first half ways?
Uh, cool.
Dynamite drop in, Monty. Broadcasting school is really paying off. All right, let's see who is going to be squaring off against our guy, John Moore. Roll that beautiful bean footage. Big Daddy Zach McGill, our guy Zach. Any thoughts on Zach? I know that coming off our selection show, we got to talk to Zach on the way back from Arlington. But tell us a little bit about Zach. What do you think he's been up to the last few days?
I think he's been having fun,
Having fun.
definitely.
He has been having fun. I can verify he's been having fun. He comes in to the Cong here, Coop. I'm looking at my Unknown Golf app. Shout out to the folks at Unknown Golf. Coming in at a 9 handicap, he'll be squaring off against John at a 14 handicap. And going back to Timmy and Aaron Dixon, a 16.0 for Tim, a 16.2 for Aaron. So pretty much a straight up match there to start things off. All right, Gooby, let's hit that beautiful bean footage.
Yes, sir.
All right, Maddie Jositis, Maddie J, coming into the Cong. Looks like here at a 8.6 handicap. Let's see who he'll be squaring off against.
Man.
Our man, yours truly, the Mish, going up against Matty J. Handicap at a 6.1, Coop, 6.2, excuse me. So I've been playing some good golf. Gonna be having to give Matty a stroke there for a 9-hole match, but should be a competitive one there at Wild Horse. Any thoughts on dear old dad taking on Matty J? I know you don't know Matt, but you really haven't we haven't played together in a while, so you haven't really seen my game.
I hope you do good.
Thanks.
Good luck.
Appreciate that. Let's spin it again and see who our next pairing will be. Our man Beeper, Brandon Patrick, coming into the Cong at a 1.7 handicap. Maybe it's been that low before, but certainly not since I have been playing golf with Beep. I think playing out at Oak Tree National, which is an absolute gut puncher, is probably lowering our guy's handicap any time he shoots a decent score. So whoever's scoring off against him is in for a true dogfight. Let's see who that's going to be in the first round. Wow. A little bit of a twist here, Coop. I don't know if you remember that in our 2x2 selection show, Mark Marion, who is just coming up on the screen now, for those of you listening on the pod, and Brandon are teammates in the 2x2, and they're going to turn around and play against each other in the first round of match play. So it's going to be a true, call is coming from inside the house type situation. Interesting. Any thoughts there about how that dynamic of going from being teammates to being opponents?
They'll probably know what each other do good, a lot better, because they'll have to strategize for the 2x2s, but then they'll be enemies for the 1v1. So that'll be hard.
Intimate knowledge, right, of each other's games. I agree. All right, let's see what our next pairing is. We had some unnecessary trumpets and music going off there because we had a blank space on the wheel. Hopefully we can edit that out in the post. But let's be honest, we're recording this the night before I leave, so probably raw audio for this bad boy. Let's roll her again. Jerry McRae. We have confirmed Jerry with a J, so we are right on the money in the 2x2 selection show. First time Cong participant coming in at a 13.2 handicap. Let's see who he'll square off against in the first round. The other brother Dixon, Brett Dixon, the better looking Dixon, if you ask me. Now I've never now I've never seen Aaron, so I really can't verify that, but it's a funny joke nonetheless, don't you think?
Yeah. Whatever you say, Dad. Whatever you say.
All right, BB Dix coming in at a a plus 0.3 handicap, plus handicap. We haven't even talked about that, how that works, how we could.
Actually, we have.
We have,
but you just don't remember.
Oh, that's fair. I don't remember a lot of things, I guess. We said that he'll be squaring off against Jerry McCray in the first round, and so that will be an interesting matchup of, frankly, two fantastic gentlemen. All right, next pairing. Hit it, Coop. Good friend of the program, Mountain View Gotebo, class of 99 alumni, Luke Hobbs, next off the board. Luke coming in at an 11.4. I've seen some scores posted from around the country. Luke been doing some work, travel, playing some golf. So he should be in decent form coming into the Cong. Let's see who he's going to square off against in the first round. What?
The Zimmernator.
The Zimmernator.
Right?
You nailed it. John Zimmerman, JZ, coming in to the Cong here, 7.3 handicap. So he will be right on his typical index coming into the Cong. As we all know, he can shoot 72 or he can shoot 92 on any given day. We'll see which of those opponents shows up to face off against Luke Dog. Coop, roll it again. Let's find out who the next matchup's going to be. Daddy Doug Lair. Love to see Doug coming off the board. Looks like the guys left on the board, Charlie, Casey, Cody, and Justin. Who will he match up against? I think all those will be a very comfortable pairing for him, but let's find out who he's facing off against. It will be his good friend, Dr. Charles Ronan, our guy Chuck, facing off against Doug in the first round. Those handicaps, 7.0 for Chuck. Doug coming in at a 9.7. Believe that's at least 2 strokes up from last year's Cong. So Doug kind of falling off the pace a little bit. You hate to hear it. You hate to see it. But the numbers don't lie. Roll it again, Coop. Big Fish is next off the board. Cody Fisher, by his own accounts, playing close to the best golf of his life. A 3.3 handicap. He's down over 3 strokes from a year ago. Impressive stuff. Striking the heck out of the ball. Played a lot of golf with Cody and have witnessed it firsthand. He'll be matching up. Either way, something very interesting here. We'll either have a J-Hop versus Cody matchup in the first round, or a defending champ versus someone who is playing very well in Cody in the first round. Let's see who he's going to score off against. Whoa. Very interesting development here. Justin Hoppick, J-Hop, Uncle Jay, going to be facing off against his very good friend, Cody Fisher. You've got to have some thoughts on this matchup, Coop. You know these guys both pretty well. So just give us a few thoughts. What comes to your mind?
I just think it'll be interesting, I guess. But I do wonder, how does this work? There's nobody else left on the wheel. and we still have to do a matchup with Casey.
You are wise beyond your years, my friend. Casey Cornett, the last golfer left on the board. As we record at 5:03 p.m. Central Standard Time, we have an odd number of players due to an unfortunate last-minute drop. Casey will be matching up against somebody else in his group, unless we find a 11th hour replacement. If we do, they will slide into the 18th spot and face off against Casey in the first round. Um, those who are familiar with Cong rules, anytime we have an odd number of players, we do something we call the ghost matchup, where somebody in Casey's group will be playing two matches at once, one of them against Casey and one of them against the other player in his group. So that's how that is going to work out. So there you have it, folks. You know what? Roll that one more time just because we love that music. Very good. Casey is off the board. Love that wheel of randomness. Hopefully, the music actually worked this time. We don't find out until post production. So who knows? Mash, I asked you to prepare a few questions for the program. I understand you've done that with the help of, I'm sure, ChatGPT, Grok, whatever your AI of choice is. So why don't you fire away?
Okay, how did this whole thing get started and what is the history? That's the same thing.
That is kind of the same thing. So, and good couple good questions there. Whole thing got started 2006. Your mother and I were living in Wichita, Kansas. Did you know we used to live in Wichita, Kansas?
I did not.
Was right out of college, working for the YMCA there, and we were having trouble getting our friends to come up and visit us. And so I concocted a little golf tournament for folks to come up and visit me in Wichita, and that's where the congregation began. There we played McDonald Park, Sim Park, and I think Brayburn, which doesn't even exist anymore. I think there's a YMCA actually sitting on the old Brayburn golf course. So, and then we have gone 20 years now. So this will be the 20th annual congregation. It's had a couple of names. Now it has had a variety of formats. We switched pretty much to the format we're at now back in 2012, that being a match play format. And I think those are the high points of the history. I think you know a little bit of Kong trivia. There's only been two people to have won the Kong two times. Do you remember that from your trivia session on the way back from Arlington?
I mean, obviously, I remember you,
Right.
but I
Good, good.
don't remember the second one. Will you tell me again?
Similar first name. Uh, cool nickname that you seem to remember earlier. Um, Dynamite dresser. Um, initials are J and Z.
Just tell me.
That would be the Zimmernator, John Zimmerman, two-time congregation champion, two green jackets. I mean, the guy's closet's already full enough, right? He doesn't need a third one, but we'll see. All right, so there's a little bit of history. Any other history questions that kind of pop into your head? I know that I just had you prepare the three questions, but anything else on history you want to know? All right. What else you got for us?
You talk about Wild Horse all the time. Why is it so great?
Wild Horse is so great because of a few things. One is the story of how it got built. It was literally a bunch of farmers that did all the construction work. Dave Axel and Dan Proctor, guys who are really good shapers of golf courses, so like kind of designed it, and then all these kind of local guys made it happen, and gals. Shout out to the ladies. But what makes it so great is it is built in the Nebraska sandhills. So the conditions, the turf is really firm, the greens are really fast, and it's a really big walk, but it's a really comfortable walk. And I've played it like 72 holes over the course of a weekend, and I just never get bored. All the par threes face different directions, so the wind is going to affect every par three differently. Just a lot of things about Wild Horse. It's a magical place, and I'm excited to get everybody up there.
What are some holes that you like?
What are some holes that I like? Well, I am a big fan of, I believe it's number six. Excuse me, number two, three, four, five, six. Yeah, number six. It's a it's not really reachable. I guess it could be reachable for some, depending on what tees you play. But a par five, you got to hit a kind of a blind tee shot, and it kind of snakes around down to the layup area, and then it has a massive kicker on the right side of the green that you can land it way on the right side. It comes off this hill down to the pin. That's a great hole. And then probably my favorite hole in the golf course is the short par four 15th hole. I love a good short par four. Shout out to our man Keith Needham. So those are a couple. Again, one a par five, and then one a par four. But I truly, it's probably be hard to say what the worst hole is at Wild Horse because every single hole is that good. All right. Well, that is going to about wrap it up for our congregation preview show. Wanted to get those pairings out. Obviously, our camera is going crazy here trying to figure out which one of us to hone in on. Uh, we tee off 8:30 a.m. with the 2x2, followed by the big show being the 2 p.m. tee times for the match play competition. I can't wait to see everybody in Gothenburg. Until next time, I am Mish,
And I am Mash.
and this has been the Congregation Preview Show.
Good luck.